David, convincing 2-0 victory here over a dogged Ballymena United side.
I like the way you said convincing. It was hard fought. We put a lot into the game. What was important was that we went and backed up last week's second half performance away to Carrick. It was never going to be, wide open and free flowing and lots of chances. Ballymena were, they're in decent form, albeit over the last couple of weeks have sort of probably dropped off a little bit. But I think they'd won 8 or 9 in a row, and they beat Larne, they beat Glentoran, they beat Cliftonville, they beat all the top teams. So it was important today. It was an important 3 points. We huffed and puffed for large periods of it. Eventually we got the goal with the sub. Young Reese getting a very important touch too. A brilliant ball in by Kirk. So tough day, as expected, as we knew it would be, but delighted with the outcome.
You mentioned Reese there, great decision from yourself making that substitution, bringing him on. Yeah,
listen, again, spoke to the players and I've spoken to them on numerous occasions. Sometimes it's not always popular choice, by popular demand at times. When you make a decision for one thing and one thing only, to try and get the breakthrough, try and break the deadlock, try and get the goal. We've done that today. But again, players have to be aware that maybe they're not at their best during the game, the 60, 70, 80 minutes, whatever they play when they come off. And as I say, I wouldn't say overly pleased me, but I was more pleased for Reese. I was more pleased for the team. I was more pleased for everybody today when he got the goal. Albeit, of course, when Reese and obviously Dara are coming on, it's not the most popular decision, but I have to make decisions there and then. I'm not sat up and I'm not sat talking to everybody, I'm sat talking to my staff, and I wouldn't say knee-jerk, we took our time over it, we were measured about it. Obviously they went down to 10 men, and thankfully George and Ross very cooperative, and we got the decision right today.
You mentioned momentum. Just how important is that to carry that on into next Saturday here against Larne?
Yeah, of course. And again, when any time when you play Larne, home or away, you know the challenge. You know how difficult it's going to be. So we'll prepare this week. With no midweek game. So we'll go through the game today. We'll get ready, prepare as we always do, and prepare for a real tough battle down there next week.
Good to see a few boys coming back onto the bench today. A few more options for you.
Yeah, it just seems as if you get 1 or 2 back, and then obviously Ewan missed today, Kyle McLean missed today, and will miss probably the next 5-6 weeks. Ewan, unfortunately, again, it just seems to be where we are at the minute. I know I get asked all the time, and the supporters want to know about injuries and whatever else, but Ewan got injured in training this week, and he's probably going to miss, I would imagine, potentially 3 to 4 weeks, which is desperate news. Terry Hayes has been at the football club 40 years plus as player, head of staff, head of medical, and he hasn't seen it as bad. So we can only take our lead off when the players are ready. You are hoping over the next 3, 4, 5 weeks that we start getting people like Fallon back, Ben Hall, Robbie McDade, and hopefully 1 or 2 others, but Sam Roscoe. But the ones that we sort of picked up this week, say Kyle McLean will certainly be 5-6 weeks, and Eunice could be anything in the round somewhere.
Remembrance today,
yeah,
impeccably observed by everybody here today. Your thoughts on the club, the way they handled it?
One thing that as a club that we always do correctly and we do well is the Remembrance Day. That's always well respected by certainly the opposition team and chairman and manager, and ourselves, of course. And I've been doing that now I came in October in 2015, so that's my 9 years. I thought I'd go with this suit today and a wee bit more smarter. There's been occasions where I've wore tracksuit, but I thought today I would go with a suit, and we'll see how that looks.
I was going to ask you about the suit. That's something we're not familiar with seeing. Yeah, it's definitely a smart look for yourself.
I wore a suit my first game away to Warren Point. I got to the stage after about 3-4 games into my early stages in my tenure, where I think they ended the suit and the trousers because I threw them both, I think, in the bin. We played away to Portadown, and previously at Portadown, when I'd been down, the dugouts sometimes had been sort of this side, but we found out when it was actually Ronnie McFall was the manager, we were having a tough time. We lost 2-0 and trekking across the pitch before at half time, back out at half time, and then the end. Basically put an end to any nice shoes or any nice suit, back to the tracksuit. So we'll see. We'll probably gauge where we are over the coming weeks with games.
If the win today keeps us 5 points clear at the top, another big bonus for us.
Yeah, that was important again today. That, as I said, we went and backed up last week's second half performance and result. Winning games is not easy. I don't think it's ever been easy, but it's certainly not easy at the minute. And we're competitive in a competitive league where teams are very competitive. All the teams, looks as if they're more than equal at times to the others. So we know we have to work hard. We did work hard in the first half today without any joy, and then we got the fortune when we needed it in the second half, and we capitalised on that.
Well, congratulations with the win today, and thanks very much for taking time out to join us. Thank you.
Cheers.